Welcome back to another Secrets of the Pros here. I am your host, Andrew Rayburn, and this is my YouTube page, Pristine Productions. You can hit me up, guys. Subscribe. You can end up win a Slate Digital VMR, and all you got to do is subs enter in your best mix song with vocals and enter in my subscribe mix and master contest, and you can win a VMR bundle. But today we're going to be talking about mixing, how to make modern soca, right? And this is lesson is gonna base on how Marshall Montano and all these artists, Desha, Patrice Roberts, how they get their stuff popping, right? So there's a guy I learned from. He teach variation and groove. I'm gonna cut straight into it. This track is taken off the Soca Waistline rhythm. It's on my page. Here it is right there. And so let's dive into it, and we're gonna show how we do this thing. So I'm gonna play the beginning right here. Let's give it a spin. Then we got the breakdown right here. All right. So you might say, Ray, how do you make these kind of soca, man? You ever listen to a soca artist and you wonder how how do they get these patterns going? What is this you get? So let me teach you that, right? So first thing is first, I always do a little pre-mixing as well, right, guys? I always um, make sure, you know, for this rhythm here, I'm running the dangerous box EQ, giving a little mastering because you want to make sure I build beats and I sell them to artists in the United States, right? I'm based in Belize, and I make sure my rhythms is already fat. You know, it has a nice EQ. Everything is sounding nice. So, guys, I recorded this. I believe it's. I'm not gonna get into all the sample rate issue, but first of all, you want to make sure you select your speed. In this case, one moment. Just let me go ahead and I'm gonna disable these tracks here. These are my watermark tracks. Yeah. So for this, if I can solar up this here, the BPM is 132. It's a nice groovy soca. Some of them go up to about 160, like those fast road march. We're gonna get into that down the road too. Um, so let's go ahead and let's see what all I did here. I'm gonna play. Here is what I'm using, by the way. This is Love and Tell, a rhythm section from indigenous sounds. This is what they use in the soca. So all these elements here is what you hear in a lot of soca music. So um, hit me up, guys, if you want to buy this stuff from me. I can make it available to you. I'm running Contact 6. I use a Love Intel, and I sent it through the reverb, right? I'm not gonna get into the mixing much, but I'm just showing you gotta prepare um your material, make sure it sounds nice. Don't just do dry recording, and you send it to the artist, and you know you wanna impress them. So this is what I did. I did a little intro here, and I went ahead and used an instance of, let's see what I got here. I believe it's a symbol. Let's see. Oh, I used two instances Love and Tell, and I went straight into the groove. So let's start off with the kick. Here we go. So this is what I did, right? So the intro. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me turn on my reverbs here. Bear with me, guys. Okay. So I count off, started my Love and Tell, and I went straight into rhythm because I wanted, after this intro here, I wanted to make sure that it goes straight to the kick and it jumps right into the rhythm. So when people like artists like, hey man, this rhythm is popping, man. You gotta be creative, producers. So here we have the kick, standard, quarter note, doop 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 doop, and this is the basis, right? That's all you're hearing in soca. There are times when the kick kind of doubles up, like go doop doop, like in the intro, doop doop. Whether fast or slow, this is the main punch of soca music. So let's get into the hi hats here, and I'm gonna show you what is playing. My bad, guys. So this is the groove. Tap 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 tap. Lock this in, guys, because this is what make a whole heap of difference in soca music. I am not from Trinidad. I'm from Belize. I'm Belizean, but we are diverse in Caribbean music. And if I can learn this stuff, you can too. So go let's bring in the kick here. So this is what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, and so that's what the hi-hats is playing, right? Now I'm gonna move into another instrument. Let's see what we got here. So I have two hi-hats here. This one is more like from a live, well, not live, but an electric hip hop hit. I want to give it I want that close and open hat sound, right? So this is what I'm getting here. Tup, tup, tss, you know, as opposed to just having this. The reason why I have two hi-hats is it sounded a little bit fuller. The first one kind of sounded thin. I panned it to the left. I don't remember why. I think it's giving me a nice feel, and then I have this one here. So we have the hi-hats going, right? So here we go. Okay. And now we're going to get into the snare drum here. So I'm going to play the intro. Let's play the snare by itself so you can hear the pattern, right? Here we go. Like I said, guys, study this stuff and listen to it carefully. So now I'm gonna play um, two hi-hats and the kick, and this is what we have. That's your main punch. Now I'm gonna add another element here. It's the toms, right? And I'm gonna let you hear what that sounds like. Check it out. Here we go. You have that tom. You have that tom knocking, boom, like an off time. That's what it's doing. Kick. Easy, right? And you want to make sure the tom is tight. That's why I have the smack on it. And you can see why I'm sound designing as I build these soca rhythms. Because the tom has to be tight. If I turn off this plug, let's hear it. You hear that? Dong. But if I put on a smack, gives you a tight song. So this is why important, guys, that you mix your stuff properly. You want to impress Nyla Blackman or Patrice Roberts, Marshall Destra, or Shensia. You got to make sure you're on your A game here. You got to be the elite. Okay? So I'm going to put the snare in now. I'm going to put in the two hats. I'm going to put in the Love and Tell intro here. And that's what we got, right? Notice each of these elements, the toms, the hats, the snare, they play a different groove, but when all of them play together, it sounds as one. So if the snare was doing more than the tap, 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 and go, it would have sounded like crap, and it wouldn't sound like soca. So that's very important. I have one more snare here. I'm gonna play it. Let's go ahead. And here it is, right by here. Hear that? Now we're getting so. And you hear that Love and Tell kicking in, right? Clang, clang, tick, 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 clang, clang. That's the sound of soca, guys. Let me isolate this last snare so you can hear what it's playing. It's playing an offbeat similar to the toms. Play it with the toms. So get that groove in your head. You can speed up the speed of this, and you can turn it into a march, like a march, bacchanal kind of thing. So that's once you get all these main elements locked in, guys, you have a nice authentic soca sound. I'm gonna play it, just the rhythm alone. So you already know once you hear that, man, that's some Destra stuff right there. Here we go. So let's get into the elements here now. So we talked about getting your kick in line. We talked about the snare. We talked about the hi-hats, the reason why I use two, and the open hat groove playing on the toms and the extra snare. So I'm gonna go to my main sound here. This is the wave station. I'm using some old stuff, guys. You want to know a secret? You want to make some good hard-hitting soca? Don't use too much of the new plugins out there. Some of them don't sound nice. I'm talking about the keyboards. You see this one here, Korg Wave Station. This was built off the analog one, obviously, but the same sound chip from then is what they wired in the software. So this to me gives me a more authentic sound. I'm very picky with my sound, and that's why I want to make sure. I have some of the new workstation, but I use most of the old ones. This is where all these nice sounds, nice leads, and all those stuff is. So I started off with this sound here. Okay, that's gonna come in like the main chorus. Let me go back and go to my legacy cell. This is another one of Korg keyboard. 97. The patch is, what's the name of this patch, man? I believe it's Tixint based. But that's the kind of sound you want to use. Soca music use a lot of lead and pluck instrument, and you hear a lot of this stuff here. My bad, guys. Let me go back here. Yeah, so that's what I'm using, the legacy cell. And I'm gonna bring in the bass. Make sure your bass has a nice groove. Check this out. Know a lot of stuff. Coming with a kick. Coming with the hi-hats. And make sure you pick some nice high quality. I'm using, this is from the Akai drum machine. This have a lot of nice killer sounds. So my advice, guys, use drum machine presets for contact rather than actual samples. Some of them are not as thicker as fat. See, all of this stuff is what they use in soca. Right, so that's the bass line. This is like that family kind of thing, you know. Now I'm gonna bring in another instrument here. It's from the Dune. I'm gonna play this. Okay, that's the one I wanted to start off with. Forgive me, guys. Sometimes I don't go in proper order how I had my stuff, but here is the main punchline. It's gonna drive the soca, right? So when you hear this stuff here, and check this out. I'm also setting it to the delay to give it a groove. If I turn it off, doesn't sound as much interesting, but if I play it with the delay, play it with a kick, and I'm gonna bring in the hi-hats, bass, lavin cell, the toms, the extra snare, and the legacy cell. Check this out. And I have another instruments here. Let me play that. This is the extra lavin tail. Play it over here. And I have another sound here. Let's see what this is. That's a crash. Comes in every now and then. And the last sound is the wave station, right? So here it is. the same one that dum dum, so it makes the song get a little interesting. So that's what I want to show you guys. I'm gonna play the rhythm one more time from scratch, and that's how you make this particular soca style here. I tell you, man, you watch my videos on soca music, you're gonna learn a lot of stuff and change the way how you build soca or how you think you you got soca covered. I learned a lot as well. There's a guy on YouTube. I can't find him right now, but I'm gonna do more videos. Make sure you link me up, and that's how you create one of the styles of soca. There are more. There's that road march thing, like with Destra, and then they have that Kiss the Band Savannah Grass style, different grooves. But this is one of them, and I know for sure when you hear it, it's like, man, this some real Nyla Blackman stuff. So to sum it all up, guys, use some good old fashioned analog software style, has some juicy sounds in it, along with some of the new stuff like the Dune 3 is pretty cool. And also, you do a little bit of pre-mix. See, I'm running my rhythms through the Dangerous EQ, giving it overall power to the mix. And I'm doing a couple of little things on each instrument. I have an SSL channel here. I'm doing a little EQ, getting it pre-cooked, so when the artists hear it, it's like, okay, man, it sounds like it's ready for a song. So that's what I want to share with you guys. Hit me up on Pristine Productions. I'm gonna be releasing more soca tunes soon, and help my subscribers to reach 100. And I'll be naming the winner of the subscriber mix and master contest. You can send in your soca rhythm hip hop with the vocals, and the best sounding mix will get a copy of the Slate, a virtual mix rack here, and I'm gonna pull it up and show you guys. You'll get a copy of this. Second place winner is gonna get Studio One 4. First place winner is gonna get the Slate digital VMR. Second, and if they want, they can get a copy of the Studio One 4. And second place winner is gonna get the Studio One 4 by itself. So hit me up, and we're gonna give away more goodies as well. And here it is, the Slate VMR, which have all the nice compressors and stuff. So hit me up on Pristine Production, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Big up all my subscribers, all my fans. Hit me up on YouTube, and you can hit me on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. And we're gonna catch you on the next one.